Galveston, oh Galveston. Landmarks, restaurants, nightlife, they're all very well, but I like to drive around the town to get a sense of the architecture, people, the history. I live in Austin now, but for about a year and a half in the late 70s, I lived in Galveston. In this yellow brick building, right here, upstairs and on the right, a nice balcony, an arch over the dining room entrance. If I could have brought it back to Austin with me, I would have. Galveston has the same sort of drainage issues that New Orleans has, and therefore graveyards like this one tend to have monuments and headstones and graves raised above the water level. And if you want landmarks, here are a couple of doozies. Sacred Heart Catholic Church, although it looks very Greek Orthodox to my eyes, and the Bishop's Palace, just two of many historic buildings. Ashton Villa is another one, and you can tour it and see the 19th century furnishings and learn some of the history of the Gilded Age in Galveston, Texas. To get around Galveston, it's easy if you know three main thoroughfares. There's Broadway, which we just left, that runs east and west across the island and connects you to every point in the city of Galveston. There is 61st Street, which is parallel to Broadway, much further down the island. And of course there is Seawall Boulevard, which we are on right now. And it will take you the length of not only the city of Galveston, but Galveston Island, which is much longer than just the city and has its own character. Houses here tend to be on stilts because there is no seawall on the lower island, and they face the Gulf of Mexico, and there is always a chance the waters will rise. Heading west off the highway, away from the Gulf of Mexico toward Galveston Bay, this part of the island that's getting narrower as we go south. It's a very pleasant drive. If you like that sort of thing. Back on the main road again, headed south. These slabs of concrete with a hole in them mark Galveston Island State Park. Bayside campsites. Of course there are beaches on the Gulf side, but it was rainy this day, so we're headed through a natural area where you can go camping and observe nature, see what the Texas coast is really about before it is all tamed and landscaped. And here we come to the end of the road with with the bay out ahead of us, salt grasses, the marshland on Galveston Island.